All right, these not possible quantum state questions are fun ones to work through. Basically, which one is not a possibility? And so you might first look towards this one and be like, well, that's too big. But in reality, these numbers can get quite huge. We don't see that on the periodic table, but potentially the possibility is there. But we still have to work through that process of N to L to M sub L. And so when we have N, right, it's any integer number. So 1, 2, 3, 16, 20 is a possibility. So I check all these 2, 3, 3, 3, 16. They're all good. So we can't eliminate any of them from that because N just has to be an integer. Now L is 0 to N minus 1. So it has to be an integer, but it's got to be, it can only be one less than N. So I look here and I see, okay, so it can't be the same number essentially, and it can't be a negative number. So those are some things to look for. So 0 is okay, it's less than 2, 1's okay, it's less than 3, 0 is okay, less than 3, 2's okay, 15's okay, it's less than 16. So we're still good on all those. Now M sub L is where it's negative L to 0 to positive L. So it's based on L, not N. So it's got to be a negative or a positive version of L. Now, if L is 0, it has to be 0. The only option is 0 because it can't, there's no negative 1 or 1. So here we got 0, which is fine. Here we have a negative 1, right? So M sub L, and this can only be 0. This one, it could be negative 1, 0, or 1 because L is 1. Here it could only be 0, so that's not looking good. Here it could be negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, or 2, and it's a 2, so that's good. And here it could be anywhere from negative 15 all the way to positive 15, and so 14 fits in there. So here is our problem one, and it's because L is 0, M sub L has to be 0 as well. So these problems are always just kind of a work through. Which one makes sense? Is N an integer? Okay, good. If it's a 2.5 or something, or a negative number, not good. Is L less than N and also an integer? And then M sub L is where you see a lot of issues where it's limited by L. So work through those. I'm gonna pick C. Yep, so M sub L must be in the range of negative L to positive L.